The millions collecting unemployment, there may be more changes over the next few weeks. On your side, Jocelyn Howard is committed to helping us master that unemployment maze. And tonight she breaks down this new change coming soon.
Extended state benefits. That may be what's in the future for some of you. It all comes down to the state unemployment rate.
The Florida unemployment system is built on a sliding scale.
By law, for every 0.5% unemployment rate exceeds 5%, the state needs to provide an additional week of benefits. For this last quarter of 2020, the average unemployment rate was about 11%. That means these extended benefits kick in for the fourth quarter, which starts October 1st.
So this is that sliding scale going into effect. And if we didn't have these federal programs, this would essentially had reopen unemployment for folks that had nothing for months.
But we do have those federal programs. Thousands of people are on PEUC and PUA, so what does this mean for them?
Remember, when this quarter ends and the new quarter starts, there is going to be a requirement to go through the quarter change process.
So come October 1st, after filling out the new quarter questionnaire on Connect, if you are eligible for state benefits, you may be automatically transferred to extended benefits.
There still are a lot of questions about how DEO would actually implement this, as there hasn't been a lot of conversations from DEO.
According to DEO, this is the order claimants should be utilizing to get benefits. Regular state benefits, then PEUC, and then extended benefits if they are in effect. So, State Representative Anna Escamani believes that if you are currently on PUA after exhausting PEUC, you will be switched to extended benefits come October 1st.
Concerned about our ability to do this transition, but I also want to make sure that every Floridian gets the weeks that are rightfully theirs.
Jocelyn Howard, First Coast News, on your side.